What's up, guys? I just wanted to explain what it is I do when I do a field review with a landowner, just so you get some idea of how we go about the field work and advice. I'm going to take this as an example. This guy owns a woodlot that, as you can see, it's surrounded by cropland. He only owns up to here. So he has access at the road. There's a little creek that runs along this way. And as you can see, there's some kind of, this is going to be corn. And there's a CRP strip, filter strip along here that this farmer put in. Now, depending on what kind of program he's enrolled in, we may be able to talk to this farmer and plant forage in that filter strip. It probably requires a cool season plant of grass. So if we can get away from the grass and get into more of a forage type cover, we may be able to cooperate with that landowner and plant food all along here. He also has, I'm going to zoom in. Let's see here. Right in here, he actually owns that little pocket right there. So I think we can put a food plot in there. And along the creek and to the right of it, to the east of it, this is primarily beech and red maple. And what I want to do is create a bedding area, a couple acres at least, of beech treatment. I'll go in there and I'll cut all that beech down and make a bedding zone along the creek and in a patch right here. It's only 20 some acres, so you only have a couple hundred yards across and 500 yards deep. The wind in this region generally comes from the northwest, and what you don't want to do is park here, walk right up through your property, and climb into a tree stand. This is all thick along here, and one thing I want to do, I can imagine that deer are traveling across here up through this thick stuff, and cruising bucks are going to cruise out through here, skip over to this woodlot over here, see what the does are doing over that way. So you definitely want to be parked somewhere in, as far as stands, somewhere over in here. So I want food, and we'll probably put in a food plot in here, a food plot in here, bedding here. He's able to access this property from the other road too, so he can come up this way, climb into a stand as soon as he gets to his property, and you have a really low impact approach. I'm sorry, he'd come up here. This is his property line right along here. Also, there's some valuable timber down in here, so I'm going to go up and mark a timber sale. We'll sell some timber, get some money in the coffers. Then he's going to approach this fellow that owns a little landlocked piece and see if he can buy that, so we can add a little bit more land to his woodlot. That'll help a lot, because he has no control over what people shoot or how they hunt in these other areas. So even though it's small and it's not the greatest situation, it does pretty well on nice bucks. So I'm hoping to, number one, get some cooperation from this farmer. We can do a planting in this filter strip, and we may see if maybe we can buy one combine width of corn along here and leave it standing. That way you have not only screening cover, but wintertime feed. So we'll have bedding, water, this creek that goes along like this. You can sort of see it there. Thick cover here, food over here, and we'll try to get stands placed along travel corridors, which we'll create with a chainsaw to the food. Okay. All right, so that's what I got so far from the first day of Recon. If you want me to take a look at your woodlots and get some suggestions on how to make it better for your deer hunting, give me a call and we'll come and take a look at it.